Hi, it's Martin and welcome to another video on my Knit365 YouTube channel. Today's video is a bit of an unboxing / introduction to vlogtober. I am getting ready for the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along Geogradient. I can't wait. It's my favourite time of the year and it coincides with vlogtober where you get more videos from me. I'm recording this now and I'm hoping to get this up on the weekend. A bit unusual for me. I usually do a Monday at 4 o'clock, but when vlogtober happens, it all goes out the window and I'll try to post 2 or 3 videos. I aim for 3, sometimes it's 2, but a few videos each week rather than just a few videos a month. Following mine and Mark's, of course, activities and fun throughout October. And it just so happens that it coincides with the Mystery Knit Along. So it's always great to be able to share my progress, highs and lows. We had some lows last year when I couldn't do bits of the pattern through my own fault. So I thought I would do a bit of an unboxing. And if you watched my live with Irina last weekend, you'll know I have 2 Mystery Knit Along kits. Let's do that as the thumbnail. Yeah, so unbeknownst to me, in the fun of me getting my MKAL kit, Mark also got his own MKAL kit. So I am this year going to attempt to be Team 2 kits, which last year I didn't finish 1 kit in the kind of, not allotted time, because there's no, it's not a race. Absolutely, team embrace your pace. That's usually me. Team embrace your pace. That was hard to say. But the previous years, the 2 years before that, I definitely finished on time, like within a week of the last clue. So yeah, I'm disappointed I didn't get to finish on time last year, but as I said, I had issues with my tension, which was my own fault. So this year I'm going to try and do 2 kits. We will see what happens with that. So I'm gonna spin you around and we'll do an unboxing so that you can see in detail the things that have come with the kit. I'll show you the wool for my kit and for Mark's kit. And then I'll be back in a little bit to chat to you to just wrap this video up and tee up vlogtober. So a bit of a shorter video today, just as a bit of a vlogtober introduction, because it starts on Sunday. And I was like, oh, I'll do that video and I'll put it up on Monday. And I was like, no, Monday's the 2nd of October. You're in vlogtober then. So let's do a bit of an unboxing. Okay, so we have the 2 boxes. I can't remember which is which, so we'll just go with the top one first. The yarn arrived in a plastic bag, which I've taken out because of rustling on the camera. Oh, right, okay, so my yarn. So, I've gone for Punk Rock Unicorn, and I just love these blues. So this is going to be my gradient so that you can see. I'm trying to get my hand around the camera. There we go. So these are my colors and I'm just obsessed with the blue. This one especially is my favorite. That's my color. So color wise, my lighter color, so this is their Soul base, which is 85% merino and 15% nylon. And this is Slight Blue. Then we have Sky. Moving into Santorini. Look at that. The way the colour's coming out on camera is pretty much how it is in real life. I love how vibrant that's looking. And then the last colour is Atlantic, which has this lovely light variegation, which you can see where this is much more grey and this is much more navy blue. This one is a little bit darker in real life than it's coming out on the camera. But I love a little bit of this variegation, so I'm really happy with how that's turned out. So they're my 4 colours, and let's just put those there out of the way for a moment. So that is my yarn, and then I bought this separately. So this didn't come in the box, and then I'll show you what else was in the box in a moment, but I bought this as a separate yarn from Punk Rock Unicorn. This is their Baby Sue base, which is Suri alpaca. I don't know what Mulber seed is because they're from Germany, so I can guess with this one that it's merino nylon because it says. I'll find out what that is and pop that on screen. So this is their Suri base, and as with most years, Stephen will often encourage us to have a play with the colours, and we sometimes have a mohair day. I love Suri, the baby alpaca. I wish you could feel it. Like, I could have a bed made out of this and would be thoroughly happy. Mark isn't a fan. He doesn't like the way it shreds slightly, but I really love it. So I picked up this colour, and this is the Pacific colourway. And I'm really intrigued to see how this plays, because if I grab this one, for example, I think that will add a really lovely grey tealy tint, and it will blend quite nicely with that one. Equally, with the slight blue, I think you can see here where it will pick up the little tealy and add a lovely effect. I'm intrigued then to see how this will go, because I think this will just go a bit muddier and a bit dirtier, which I personally like the idea of that, kind of like a grubby colour. So yeah, I'm really excited to try and use this. And we don't know yet where we're going to add a mohair day to. Stephen will always tell us where he thinks a section in the pattern would be suitable for some fluff. But I really like the idea because I think it will mess with the colours in a good way. So what I'm going to do is this week now, before the MKAL starts, I'm going to swatch, and I'm going to do my swatch for the colours on their own, and then I'm going to do a swatch holding that double and see how that plays. Because I might decide, do you know what, I really love it in that colour and that colour, but I don't love it at all in these two. So I thought I'll have a little play and I can see what it does to the colour and then decide where to go from there. So I picked this up separately. This didn't come in my kit, but worth sharing because I'm very excited to see how the mohair or the alpaca plays. I had some PRU wrapping paper that came with the Suri. That wasn't in the kit. So this was in the kit. So everyone gets a bag. So I had an orange bag with the yellow MKAL. So it's a massive cotton bag. There is a huge amount of room in here. I can get all the yarn and my shawl as I'm knitting it. So we all had a bag, and mine was the reddy colour. Within the yarn package then I had this awesome, I love this so much. This card was included by Punk Rock Participation Award, Mystery Knit Along 2023, and I love the holographic picture, nature, shininess. So we had that. And then the extras from Stephen and Penelope. So we had a West Knits needle sizer, so that you can check which needles you're using. If you ever have a needle tip and you're not sure what size it is, you pop it through here. But also this then gauge checker. So this here would be 4 inches. So you would hold this over your swatch that you've made, count the stitches, and then work out how many stitches you have in a 4 inch. So I really love the gauge swatch. So we have that. And then we also then have some additional stickers. So these are the stickers from Stephen and Penelope. So MKAL 2023, West Knits MKAL, So there's 2 of those. And then finally, we had some Stephen and Penelope labels. Now, I will open this one so that you can see what's inside. And in previous years, we've had one of these. So you get the tag that you can sew onto your finish shawl, Westknits MKAL 2023. 100% amazing, hand wash, dry flat, of course. But then this year, we've also then just been gifted some additional labels. So we have just some standard Westknits, again, 100% amazing, but some standard Westknits labels. And I really love these. I've got a few of Stephen's patterns already that I can sew these onto, either as labels in the back of a jumper, for example, or on other shawls where you can sew it on almost as a cuff. So within the pack, we had 4 of these and then a 5th for this year's MKAL. Now, at some point during Vlogtober, I'm going to try and find last year's MKAL tag, because I haven't sewn it on my shawl, and I'm not sure I sewed last year's on either. I know they're in the cotton bag that came from Stephen and Penelope with the kit last year, but I don't know where the bag is. So I haven't sewn the labels on. So at some point in Vlogtober, if I get about halfway through the month and any of you are saying, where's the label, give me a nudge. Thanks. So that was kit 1. So let me just put the extras back in the box. You can watch me tidy. And then we'll pop the yarn back there and we'll grab the second box. So this is Mark's choice. And Mark went for this lovely yarn by Undercover Otter. Now, I've never knit with Undercover Otter. I've always wanted to use Aiden's yarn. I see it and covet it, and I've never got around to getting any yet for a project. So I'm very happy that Mark got these colours. And I wanted my blues, and Mark wanted greys. And Mark said I should have greys, and I went, no, but none of my MKALs are blue. I want a blue shawl. So I overruled him this year. And then he went and bought it anyway. Because he's good like that, because Mark is a massive enabler. He will find me patterns and yarn and go, can you make this? And I go, yep, I can. So we have these 4 colours. So in order, this is Bruce. So this is the Eventide fingering. So this is Merino, Yak and Silk. So this is the Bruce colourway. And I'm really excited for the Yak, because the Yak takes colour completely different, because a standard sort of merino or sheep skein of yarn starts colour like a cream colour, whereas Yak always starts like a dark grey colour. So it takes the yarn differently. So that's the Bruce colourway. Then we've got the Rose Dower colourway, this lovely little sort of bluey tinge to it. Then we have Silver Bullet. And then we have Uncle Fester, which is the darker colour. So they're the 4 yarns that Mark chose. And if I move the box out of the way and pop those down there, this is how the kit actually arrived. So it was all folded up. Slightly annoyingly, because it would have been quite cool to have had 2 kits with different bags, but the bag is the same. So we've got matching bags, which will be cute, maybe. But the bag came wrapped up, and then the goodies are in the bottom of the bag. So I won't show you that again, because you've already seen it once. And yeah, just in these really cool share your unboxing. So you get a really lovely branded box, which is recyclable. Always good. So I'm very excited. Can you tell? Very excited for MKAL fun and very excited for team kit 1 and kit 2. Do you have a favourite? Let me know in the comments below which is your favourite. So there we go. We have 2 kits. I think mine's the nicest, obviously because I chose it. But I'm really intrigued to see how the yak works and how the shawl looks in 2 different styles then, where you've got one that's kind of a merino fingering that's going to be a little bit tougher, whereas the drape in this already, I can feel how soft it is with the yak and the silk. So it's going to be interesting to see. So throughout Vlogtober, I am going to film my progress as I'm going, bit of life behind the scenes, some of the things that we get up to. We might have a trip to London. I don't know if there'll be any yarn shopping, maybe. But we've got a few things like that on. So there'll be some behind the scenes, general life of Martin and Mark, if you're so interested in what we get up to. But lots of progress on the MKAL. I'm sensible, I think. The fact that I'm going to do 2 kits, I have a main kit and a backup kit. So I'm going to do Mark's first, because those of you that have watched my channel for a while know I'm making a jumper for him. I'm not very quick at it. He's been very patient. It's been about 5 years. I've only been knitting it about 18 months, maybe 2 years. Some of you will know exactly when because you're much more on my content than I am. But because he's been very patient, I'm going to do his shawl first. So I'm going to cast on, and this will be week 1. My aim then is wherever I get to in the week. So let's just say, for example, Clue comes out on Thursday and I have finished by Monday night. On Tuesday, I will then go and I will start mine and start week 1 Clue. However, Thursday comes and we get the week 2 Clue, I will go back to Mark's shawl. So I'm going to try and keep up with Mark's shawl, and then any discretionary knitting time I get, if I finish the pattern, I'll then go and I'll work on mine. And
Sorry, I don't understand.
Siri doesn't understand. I don't understand either, I'm afraid. Last year, I was nearly up to date. I think I kept up in week 1, but maybe it was Tuesday night that I finished, and then it was Thursday was the new Clue. So I might get like 1 day, depends on how much knitting there is. I'm figuring on the basis that last year's was 5 skeins of yarn and this year's only 4. There's 1 whole skein less. Therefore, it might be quicker. A skein a week, loose maths, feels like I can maybe get a chance to have a go on 2. But then I will try and finish Mark's within the MKAL that Stephen runs it for. And then I will be team Embrace My Pace on my one. And if it goes into Christmas or next year, absolutely fine. And yeah, you know, it's not a race. The MKAL is absolutely at your own pace. The first year that I took part, I didn't finish until December time, I think. So, you know, there's no prizes for finishing first. It's all about the enjoyment, learning new things, learning new techniques, working on a new pattern, and that community vibe. And that's what Irina and I are trying to build with our collaboration, is bringing my community with her community here on YouTube. And we're all here to cheer each other along, all with our shared love of Stephen and the Mystery Knit-alongs. So I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to edit this video and then get this ready to go live on Saturday. I'll probably do my first video maybe Monday, Tuesday for Vlogtober, because the MKAL doesn't start until Thursday the 5th. So I'll probably do my first video Monday, Tuesday. My first video will be my swatches. So I talked about, I haven't got the Suri's in the box. I'll do my swatches and then I'll show you. I'm going to swatch all of them so we can see how the colours work. So there will be some MKAL footage for sure in the first Vlogtober video where I'll share my swatch, as well as a bit of, I don't know what we're up to early part of next week. Who can say? We will see. But thank you so much for being here. If you are here for the MKAL, go back and make sure you've watched Irina's Zoom that she put onto her channel. I'll pop the link below, where we did our colours unboxing. We showed each other yarns, and lots of the community joined the Zoom call and showed off their yarn. Go and watch that one, and then go and watch the live that Irina and I did. You can watch that back on playback while you're getting ready for the MKAL. And yeah, I can't wait to share my crazy October with you and the MKAL and life and stuff. So very excited to get going now. I will be back then early next week with my first vlogtober video. So until then, I hope that you are all well and have lots of crafty fun and lots of crafty plans. Let me know in the comments below if you are definitely joining in. If you're not and you're going to be cheering from the sidelines, are you on the fence? Can I convince you to dive in your stash and find some yarn and join us? There'll be plenty of support. Stephen gives amazing tutorials and videos that go with it. So you'll have all of Stephen's support as well as a big community of people cheering you on. So I hope that we can get you off the fence if you're umming and ahhing. And as Stephen says, if you're an advanced or a confident beginner, I think he says, if you can knit purl, increase, decrease, you can pretty much do the shawl because the tutorial videos will teach you the rest. So I hope that you will join in, and I hope that you're excited for Vlogtober as I am. So I'll be back early next week. So until we speak again, happy crafting.